each and every one of us on this platform, and I'm sure out there today, rejoicing in the victories on Thursday during the local elections. A message to the Tories, get out, we've had enough of you. A message to the Liberals, we've never had anything of you, step aside. I've got some greetings messages very briefly to read to you. Greetings from the Chesterfield College branch of the University and College Lecturers Union, that's NATFE. We are obviously at our time of victory on Thursday, still remembering that there are workers in Chesterfield that are in struggle, that have been in struggle for a long time. 2 years ago, all the colleges were taken out of local authority control, and Chesterfield Corporation became local businessmen, estate agents, hairdressers, retired managers, lawyers, accountants, all the sort of people that on Thursday in the main got a message. I understand that when the college in Chesterfield was taken from local authority control, they lost no time in attacking the lecturers' condition of service. Those people are still struggling today, refusing to continuing to fight against the no pay increase, against the pressure and threats of dismissal, and I'm told that if they don't sign a new contract by the end of this week, there is a threat of dismissal. Let the message go from this May Day rally that the support of the Labour movement in Chesterfield is behind those college lecturers in the same way that it's been behind all the workers in struggle in Chesterfield. To remind you also that from Derby to Sheffield, it's the Midlands March, the leg of the Midlands March for Jobs, starting on the 16th to the 23rd of June. It starts from Derby through Spondon, Ilkeston, Alfreton, Mansfield, Chesterfield, Bolsover, Claycross, culminating in Sheffield on the 23rd of June. Please, where you can support that March for Jobs, it's one of many that's taken place over the years recently, please make sure that you support that march.
Good morning, colleagues, and fraternal greetings from the GMB. Today, we are celebrating victory in Europe, when those brave men and women fought fascism and racism. And I salute them on your behalf and on behalf of my union. But I do hope our celebrations, we will think about fascism is still rife in Europe. If we take Rwanda, Angola and Croatia, I think the thoughts of those people that are suffering must be with us all today. And you know, when we come together to celebrate International Workers' Day, we prove that no government, no Prime Minister, indeed no force anywhere can stop those of us in work and those denied the right to work coming together in the spirit of help, support and remembrance. Help only by helping those denied jobs, brought about by a political creed which relies on fear, division and poverty. Can those of us in work begin to help ourselves? Our dignity as working people can be measured by the way our society treats the unemployed. Support is a word that is often spoken but seldom heard, especially by these Tories, at the time of introducing the most wicked testing to deny the sick, the disabled and the unemployed benefits, paltry as they are now. And I, for one, colleagues, would have welcomed more support on this moral issue from senior figures in the Labour movement, rather than rushing to condemn teachers for seeking a ballot. Yes, the ballot against the cuts in education. You know, the miners were condemned for not having a ballot. So you're damned if you do, and you're damned if you don't. What does the trade union movement want? It wants full employment from the next Labour government. It wants the minimum wage, and it wants employment rights. It wants all what we've given and sold off to the rich Tories brought back under our umbrella. And what do we get for that? We are told you mustn't ask the Labour Party for that. I say to you, why not? The Labour Party was born out of the trade union movement, and we should never let them forget it. Because without the likes of you and me, like last Thursday, no one would get elected. Because we're the people that put them in power, and they should never forget it. I'd like to come finally to remembrance. And this is simple, really. Remember what these sleazebags have done during the last 15 years. Remember how many workers have lost their jobs and their lives of government refusal to strengthen health and safety laws. Remember what they've done to the mining industry. Remember what they've done to the print workers. Remember what they've done to our communities and our schools. Remember how many hospitals they have closed. Remember how many patients have died because treatment was too expensive or they were too old. Remember how many homes they haven't built for the homeless. And what a disgrace. And yes, the song, Let Me Take You Through the Streets of London, is more apt today than when it was written. Remember apathy. Let these sleazy reptiles run, and in many cases, ruin our lives.
Thank you, John. We have no hesitation in celebrating International Labour Day in linking this great day of international working class solidarity with the commemoration of VE Day. Because the war was above all else a people's war, won by ordinary men and women who were prepared to fight for what they considered to be right. There can be no joy in celebrating the death of 40 million working people, 2 million Russians, the rest British, French, American, and of course Germans and the Japanese workers, who although they were deluded in fighting for a wrong cause, nevertheless were workers. We've seen during the past few years how many of the freedoms that we fought for during the war have been taken away from us. During the miners' strike, we had just a small example of what fascism means, of what a police state means. And now we have the latest Tory attack on freedom in the Criminal Justice Bill Act, which Howard forced through Parliament. Taking away human rights that we've held for centuries, including the right to demonstrate like this without asking permission. And fascism thrived on racism. Hatred against the Jews and other minorities were used to divert the workers of Germany from the real enemy and the real cause of mass unemployment in their country, the capitalist system and the giant German firms that dominated their economies, Kraft, Tyson, Siemens, and firms like that, who were making huge profits, and incidentally are making huge profits today as well. Today, there's a dangerous upsurge of racism across Europe. Turkish immigrants in Germany, the Moroccans in France, and black people in this country are being made scapegoats. The ultra-right is using mass unemployment and the frustrations arising from mass unemployment to whip up prejudice and stir the flames of race hatred. Black people are attacked in our cities. They are harassed by the police. The discrimination against them in getting jobs. The danger cannot be exaggerated. It can divide workers and avert attention from the real cause of poverty and ambition today, the Tory government, and the policies that this government represents. When I was on the dole in South Wales in the 1930s, they couldn't blame black workers then for mass unemployment because they weren't any. So they blamed the Jews. Remember the slogan of our movement, unity is strength. It means what it tells. Unity of all workers in the fight for a just, decent society, whatever their colour, whatever their race, or whatever their creed.